I want to start by being honest with you. There was a season in my life where the pain was so overwhelming. I didn't know how to pray. I didn't know how to talk to anyone about it. All I knew how to do was pick up a pen and start putting it on paper. I wrote how I felt. I wrote why I felt it. I wrote about the people involved. I had no structure or plan, just raw, honest words on a page. And then about 3 months later, something shifted. I started to feel better. But here's the part that really got me. When I went back and read everything I had written, I was actually surprised by what I found. What started as pain had quietly become something else, something I didn't even have a name for at first. And that's what this channel is about. Because what I discovered changed the way I journal, the way I heal, and honestly, the way I live. So if you've ever been too broken to pray, too tired to talk, but you still had something inside you that needed to get out, this is for you. Stay with me. A faith journal isn't a diary of good things. It's a space where you actually meet God, or at least show up and try. And that shift changes everything. Starting with point one, write one honest sentence. You don't need to write a paragraph. You just need one honest sentence to get the door open. Something like, today I felt far away and I don't know why. Or, I'm grateful, but I'm also really tired. Honesty is the entry point. Once you write one real thing, more tends to follow. Your journal begins to be a mirror that really shows what has been living way too long in your heart. This one may sound a little strange, but stay with me. Instead of starting with what went right, start with something that frustrated you or hurt, and then ask yourself, is there anything good hidden inside this? Maybe it's a hard conversation that made a relationship stronger. Maybe it's a plan that fell apart and led somewhere better. This isn't toxic positivity. It's training your eyes to see grace in the places you weren't looking because it stayed hidden in your heart. This is the twist that makes faith journaling feel real instead of performative. Instead of writing about God, write to God like an actual letter. Start with Lord or Father. Then tell him what's on your mind, or what you're confused about, what you're asking for, what you're thankful for, even if it's just one small thing. And then here's the extra layer. Write what you feel you're hearing back from the Lord. It doesn't have to be perfect or just wait for him to speak. It doesn't have to be profound. Just what comes when it comes. This two-way format turns journaling into something that actually feels like a conversation, which is exactly what it will be. You do not need a fancy journal. You don't need a special pen. You don't need a perfectly quiet morning. All you need is 5 minutes and a willingness to show up. Here's what I'd suggest for your very first entry. Write the date. Write one honest sentence about where you are right now. Then ask one question out loud or on paper that you actually want answered. That's it. That's a faith journal entry. You write to the Lord and trust that He will respond. And if you want a little help, I'll put some starter prompts in the description below so you can just grab one and go. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to subscribe because I'm going to be sharing prompts, reflections, and honest conversations about faith and journaling just like this one. And drop a comment and tell me what's the one thing that stopped you from journaling before. I genuinely want to know. The blank page doesn't have to be scary. It just needs a different invitation, one that you believe will connect you to your heart and the Lord. I'll see you in the next one.